If I told you that the way you age over the next 10 years could be dramatically different from the way people aged just a decade ago, would you believe me? Because right now, in 2026, we understand more about healthy aging than ever before. And the truth is, aging well isn't about luck, it isn't about genetics, and it isn't about expensive treatments. It's about the small choices you make every single day, choices that can help you stay stronger, sharper, more energetic, and more independent well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. So if you're a senior, or you're approaching that stage of life, or maybe you're watching this because you care about someone who is, then stay with me. Because what I'm about to share today are the real, science-backed secrets to healthy aging that every senior absolutely needs to know in 2026. And by the time you finish this video, you're going to feel empowered, motivated, and more in control of your health than you've felt in years.
Aging is often described as a decline, but in reality, it's a transition into a new stage of life where the body and mind respond to your daily choices just as they always have, sometimes even more noticeably. The idea that getting older means becoming weaker, slower, or less capable is outdated, and one of the most empowering truths you can embrace is that improvement is still possible at any age. Your muscles can still get stronger. Your brain can still form new connections. Your heart can still benefit from gentle activity, and your energy levels can still rise when you nurture them with the right habits. The body doesn't stop adapting just because the candles on your birthday cake increase. It simply requires consistency, awareness, and a bit more intentional care. When you approach aging as a transition instead of a decline, you stop seeing your age as a limitation and start viewing it as a guide to how you can best support yourself moving forward. This mindset shift alone can change how you wake up in the morning, how you treat your body throughout the day, and how you plan for your future health. You begin to understand that your choices still matter deeply and that every small habit, whether it's going for a walk, practicing balance, choosing whole foods, drinking water, or learning something new, acts like an investment in your long-term well-being. When you adopt this perspective, you also release the pressure to chase youth and instead focus on building strength, clarity, and vitality right where you are. Instead of thinking, I'm too old to start, you begin to think, this is the perfect time to begin, because your body is still capable of responding in powerful ways. Many people don't realize that muscles respond to training at 70 much like they do at 40, or that the brain remains adaptable for a lifetime, or that mobility and flexibility can improve dramatically with just a few minutes of daily effort. When you view aging as an active process rather than something happening to you, you take back control. You start to notice what supports you and what drains you. You become more intentional with your routines, more patient with your body, and more appreciative of what it can still do. This mindset also helps you let go of unnecessary fear, because fear of aging often comes from thinking everything is out of your hands. Once you realize how much influence you continue to have, that fear loses its power. Aging as a transition also encourages gratitude for the strength, wisdom, and resilience you've built over the years. You've lived through challenges, learned from experience, and grown in ways younger people haven't yet had the chance to. That perspective becomes one of your greatest tools. When you accept that aging is not about diminishing, but about evolving, you open yourself to new possibilities, new routines, and new ways of caring for your body and mind that can help you feel better than you have in a long time, allowing the next chapter of your life to become one that you shape intentionally rather than passively allowing it to unfold without your involvement.
Muscle truly becomes the engine of aging because so many aspects of your health depend on it, often in ways people don't realize until they begin to lose it. After the age of 50, muscle naturally begins to decline, but the important truth is that this decline is not fixed or inevitable. Your body can still build, repair, and strengthen muscle no matter how old you are.
And the way muscle responds to training in your 60s, 70s, and even 80s is far more impressive than most people think. Maintaining muscle isn't about looking toned. It's about protecting your independence, supporting your joints, stabilizing your balance, and keeping your metabolism active. Muscle acts like a protective shield for your body. It cushions you, strengthens your posture, and gives your bones something to hold on to, which helps reduce the risk of fractures and injuries. When muscle is strong, everyday tasks feel easier. Getting out of a chair, climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even walking for longer periods becomes more effortless because your body has the strength to support you. Strong muscles also help regulate blood sugar levels and improve circulation, which is absolutely essential for seniors who want to maintain stable energy, brain function, and heart health. Strength training is not about lifting heavy weights or pushing yourself to extremes. Even small, gentle movements done consistently can create powerful changes. Light dumbbells, resistance bands, body weight exercises, or chair-supported routines are more than enough to stimulate muscle growth. The key is consistency, not intensity. Your muscles respond to signals, and every time you challenge them slightly, they rebuild stronger. This rebuilding process is what keeps your body youthful from the inside out. Muscle directly influences your balance as well. Many falls that happen later in life occur not because of clumsiness, but because the legs and core are not strong enough to stabilize the body during quick movements. Strengthening these areas helps the body react faster, stay upright, and correct itself when you stumble. The confidence that comes from knowing your body can support you is life-changing. Another overlooked benefit of strong muscles is that they boost your metabolism. As muscle decreases, metabolism slows down, making it easier to gain weight and harder to keep energy levels steady. But when you build even a small amount of new muscle, your body burns more calories at rest, giving you more natural energy throughout the day. Strong muscles also support joint health by taking pressure off the knees, hips, and back. When your muscles carry more of the load, your joints feel less strained, which reduces pain and stiffness. This is one reason many seniors report feeling younger after just a few weeks of simple strength training. It literally helps them move with greater ease. Strength training also affects the brain. When you move against resistance, your brain sends stronger, faster signals to your muscles, improving coordination and mental sharpness. This connection between muscle and brain becomes even more important with age because it helps maintain cognitive function and reaction time. The sense of accomplishment that comes from gaining physical strength also boosts emotional well-being, creating a more positive outlook and reducing stress. Muscle truly becomes the engine that keeps your entire body functioning smoothly as you age, giving you strength, stability, energy, and confidence without demanding extreme effort or complicated routines.
Balance is one of the most underestimated parts of healthy aging, yet it plays a huge role in how confident, capable, and independent you feel every single day. Most people don't pay attention to balance until they start noticing little changes, maybe wobbling when standing on one foot, feeling unsteady when turning too quickly, or needing to hold on to something when bending over. These small signs often get dismissed as just getting older, but the truth is that balance is not something you lose automatically with age. It's a trainable skill, just like strength, flexibility, or coordination. The body relies on a combination of muscles, joints, eyesight, and brain signals to keep you steady, and all of these systems can be strengthened through simple daily habits. When you improve your balance, you're not only reducing your risk of falls, which are a major concern for seniors, but you're also increasing your confidence to move more freely without fear. A big part of balance depends on the strength and coordination of your legs, ankles, and core. These muscles act like stabilizers, constantly making tiny adjustments to keep your body upright. When they weaken from lack of use, the body becomes slower to react, making stumbles more likely. But the encouraging thing is that even a few minutes of balance training each day can reawaken these muscles and improve communication between your brain and body. Standing on one leg while brushing your teeth, practicing heel-to-toe walking across a room, using a countertop for support while doing gentle single-leg lifts, or trying slow movements like Tai Chi can all strengthen your stability. These small exercises may look simple, but they work deep muscles that are essential for staying upright and steady. Another important aspect of balance is proprioception, which is your body's ability to sense where it is in space. As people age, this sense can diminish, especially if they aren't moving often or are spending long hours sitting. But proprioception can be trained just like a muscle. Every time you practice shifting your weight from one foot to the other, rising up onto your toes, or walking on different surfaces, your brain becomes better at recognizing your body's position. This improved awareness makes you more responsive and less likely to be caught off guard if you trip or lose footing. It's like sharpening your internal GPS so your body knows exactly how to react in moments where balance matters most. The psychological aspect of balance is also important. Many seniors begin to move cautiously or avoid certain activities because they're worried about falling. Ironically, avoiding movement only weakens balance further. When you train balance, you reclaim trust in your body. That confidence transforms the way you carry yourself. You begin taking longer walks, going out more, climbing stairs without hesitation, bending down without fear, and enjoying activities you once second-guessed. This confidence feeds into a more active lifestyle, which then strengthens balance even more, creating a positive cycle that supports healthy aging. Improving balance also enhances posture, coordination, and reaction time. It makes everyday activities feel smoother and more controlled. Even simple tasks like stepping out of a car, going up curbs, turning to look behind you, or reaching overhead become easier because your body is trained to stabilize itself quickly. The more you practice balance, the more your brain and muscles learn to work together seamlessly. Balance isn't about perfection. It's about giving your body constant signals that stability matters. Just a few minutes a day can make a dramatic difference in how secure you feel in your movements, how confident you are in your mobility, and how freely you can live without the fear of falling holding you back. Nutrition becomes even more important as you grow older because your body's needs change in ways many people don't realize. One of the biggest shifts is how your body uses protein. Seniors actually need more protein than younger adults because protein is responsible for maintaining muscle, repairing tissues, supporting immunity, and keeping energy levels steady. Yet most seniors are unknowingly under-eating protein, which can lead to weakness, slower recovery, reduced strength, and lower overall vitality. When you begin including protein in every meal, whether it's eggs, fish, Greek yogurt, beans, tofu, lentils, chicken, nuts, or even a simple protein smoothie, you give your muscles the building blocks they need to stay strong. Protein also helps stabilize blood sugar, which prevents those sudden crashes in energy that make you feel tired or foggy. Eating enough protein is one of the simplest and most effective ways to keep your body active and resilient as you age. Hydration is just as essential. As you get older, your sense of thirst becomes less reliable. You might not feel thirsty even when your body is dehydrated. This leads many seniors to drink far less water than they actually need. Dehydration can cause fatigue, dizziness, headaches, confusion, constipation, dry skin, and joint stiffness. It can even affect balance because dehydration impacts the way the brain receives signals from the body. Keeping a water bottle nearby or taking small, frequent sips throughout the day can make a huge difference. You don't need to drink large amounts at once. You just need to stay consistent. Herbal teas, water-rich foods like fruits and vegetables, and soups also contribute to hydration and make staying hydrated more enjoyable. Alongside protein and hydration, the quality of your food matters because so much of aging is influenced by inflammation inside the body. Chronic inflammation is linked to arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, cognitive decline, and low energy. Fortunately, you have the power to reduce inflammation through the foods you choose every day. A diet rich in colorful vegetables, leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, olive oil, and whole grains, as well as fatty fish like salmon, provide antioxidants and anti-inflammatory nutrients that support your cells and reduce internal stress. These foods help you move more comfortably, think more clearly, and age more gracefully. Meanwhile, foods high in sugar, unhealthy oils, processed meats, and excessive alcohol increase inflammation and make it harder for your body to heal and function at its best. Nutrition also influences your digestion, which often changes with age. Eating fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, oats, whole grains, and legumes help maintain healthy digestion and prevent constipation. A healthy gut doesn't just affect your stomach, it influences your mood, immune system, and energy levels. When your digestion is functioning smoothly, your whole body feels the difference. Small tweaks like adding a handful of berries to breakfast, including a vegetable with every meal, or swapping sugary snacks for nuts can slowly and naturally improve your gut health without feeling overwhelming. Good nutrition is not about strict dieting or giving up everything you enjoy. It's about making intentional choices that support your body rather than stress it. The goal is balance, nourishment, and long-term well-being. When you fuel your body properly, especially by prioritizing protein, hydration, and anti-inflammatory foods, you give yourself the strength, clarity, and vitality you need to live your later years with confidence and energy.
Inflammation is something many people hear about but don't fully understand, yet it plays a major role in how you feel as you age. It's your body's natural response to stress, injury, or harmful triggers. But when inflammation becomes chronic, it quietly affects nearly every part of your health. It can show up as stiff joints in the morning, lingering fatigue, digestive discomfort, swelling, brain fog, or even changes in mood. Over time, chronic inflammation increases the risk of heart disease, arthritis flare-ups, type 2 diabetes, memory problems, and other age-related conditions. The encouraging part is that your daily food choices have a powerful influence on inflammation. You can either fuel it or fight it with what you put on your plate. When you focus on foods that calm inflammation, you help your body function more smoothly. These foods include colorful vegetables, leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocados, and fatty fish like salmon or sardines. They provide antioxidants, compounds that help neutralize the internal stress that contributes to inflammation. Even simple habits like adding spinach to your omelet, snacking on nuts instead of sugary treats, or drizzling olive oil on your vegetables create small shifts in your body's internal chemistry. Each of these choices supports your cells, reduces oxidative stress, and encourages smoother joint function and more stable energy. It's not about making drastic changes all at once, but about adding more anti-inflammatory foods little by little until they become part of your everyday routine. On the other hand, certain foods can fuel inflammation and make aging feel harder than it needs to be. Foods high in added sugars, processed meats, fried foods, packaged snacks, and refined carbohydrates cause spikes in blood sugar and stress your digestive and immune systems. Over time, these foods make inflammation stick around longer than it should. This might show up as increased aches and pains, slower recovery, or more frequent dips in energy. You don't have to give these foods up completely if you enjoy them, but reducing them and replacing them with nourishing options will help your body maintain a healthier balance. Think of it as giving your body tools to heal rather than challenges it has to fight. Another aspect of inflammation is the role of healthy fats. For years, people were told to avoid fats, but now we know that not all fats are the same. Healthy fats from foods like olive oil, nuts, seeds, flaxseed, chia seeds, and fish actively support brain health, heart health, and joint comfort. They help lubricate the joints, support the nervous system, and reduce the inflammatory signals that cause pain and stiffness. Incorporating more of these fats into your meals can help your body stay flexible and energized. Even something as simple as adding a small serving of walnuts or a spoonful of ground flaxseed to your breakfast can begin shifting your body toward a calmer, more balanced state. In addition to food choices, hydration plays a subtle but important role in inflammation. When the body is dehydrated, it has a harder time flushing out toxins and maintaining smooth joint movement. Drinking enough water helps your cells function properly and supports the natural processes that reduce inflammation. Herbal teas, broth-based soups, and water-rich foods like cucumbers or berries can also contribute to your daily hydration without feeling like a chore. Reducing inflammation is not about strict rules. It's about paying attention to how your body feels and choosing foods that help you feel better, move easier, and think more clearly. When you fuel your body with whole, natural, nutrient-rich foods, you're not just eating healthier, you're actively supporting your long-term well-being. Over time, you begin noticing fewer aches, more energy, steadier moods, and a greater sense of overall vitality that makes healthy aging feel much more achievable and enjoyable.
Sleep becomes one of the most underrated pillars of healthy aging, yet it influences nearly every aspect of your physical and mental well-being. As you get older, your sleep patterns naturally shift, and many people assume it's just normal to wake up more often, get fewer hours of deep sleep, or struggle to stay asleep through the night. But quality sleep is not a luxury. It's a core part of how your body repairs itself. During sleep, your brain clears out waste, your tissues rebuild, your hormones rebalance, and your immune system strengthens. When sleep is disrupted or shortened, everything from your mood to your memory to your energy level is affected. Many seniors notice that poor sleep leads to more daytime fatigue, more joint discomfort, slower digestion, and even higher blood pressure, which shows how deeply connected sleep is to overall health. Improving sleep doesn't always mean sleeping longer. Sometimes it's about improving the quality of the hours you do get. One of the simplest and most effective ways to support better sleep is through a consistent routine. Your body has an internal clock that responds well to regularity, so going to bed and waking up at the same times can make a big difference. Creating a calming pre-sleep ritual helps signal to your brain that it's time to unwind. Something as small as dimming the lights, turning off bright screens, or sipping a warm caffeine-free drink can help your body transition into a more restful state. Many people underestimate how much screen time affects sleep because the blue light suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep naturally. Reducing screen exposure an hour before bedtime can make falling asleep easier and deeper. The sleep environment also matters more than people realize. A room that is too warm, too bright, or too noisy makes it harder to stay in restorative stages of sleep. Cooler temperatures generally support deeper sleep, and simple changes like blackout curtains or a light fan can create an environment where your body feels safe and relaxed. Some people find comfort in using a supportive mattress or pillow that reduces pressure on the joints. When the body feels physically comfortable, it doesn't fight for rest, and sleep becomes smoother and more restorative. Lifestyle habits throughout the day also play a major role in nighttime sleep. Movement, even gentle movement, helps regulate the body's energy levels so that you feel naturally tired at the right time. Exposure to natural sunlight early in the day helps reset your circadian rhythm, improving the natural rise and fall of hormones that control alertness and sleepiness. Eating earlier in the evening gives your digestive system time to settle, which can reduce nighttime discomfort or reflux that keeps many older adults awake. Caffeine and alcohol may also affect sleep differently as you age.
Reducing them, especially later in the day, can improve sleep cycles and prevent middle-of-the-night awakenings. For many people, stress and racing thoughts are the biggest obstacles to good sleep. As the mind gets busy, the body stays alert even when you feel tired. Gentle breathing exercises, slow stretching, or simple mindfulness practices help calm the nervous system so that your body can safely shift into rest mode. Even spending just a few minutes focusing on your breath can lower stress hormones, slow your heart rate, and prepare your body for deeper sleep. Over time, these calming practices become reliable signals that guide your mind and body into a peaceful state. Better sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It affects your cognitive clarity, memory, immune strength, balance, metabolism, and emotional resilience. When sleep quality improves, many areas of life suddenly feel easier. You wake up with more energy, your body feels lighter, your mind feels sharper, and your mood becomes more stable. It becomes easier to stay active, make good food choices, and manage stress because your body is working with you rather than fighting against exhaustion. Quality sleep becomes one of the most powerful, natural tools for aging well, and even small improvements can bring meaningful changes to your day-to-day life.
Stress may seem like an unavoidable part of life, especially as responsibilities, health concerns, and changes in routine become more common with age. But the way your body responds to stress has a massive impact on how well you age. Long-term stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that is helpful in short bursts, but harmful when it stays elevated for too long. High cortisol affects everything from blood pressure to digestion to sleep quality, and it can weaken your immune system while speeding up inflammation in the body. Many people don't even notice how much stress affects them until they start experiencing more frequent headaches, muscle tension, irritability, forgetfulness, or fatigue. Over time, chronic stress can make healthy aging feel like an uphill battle, which is why learning how to manage it becomes just as important as following a good diet or exercise routine. One of the most effective ways to manage stress is by giving your nervous system moments to reset throughout the day. Small, intentional breaks can help calm the body more than people realize. Simple breathing exercises, where you inhale slowly through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth, send signals to your brain that it's safe to relax. This kind of deep breathing improves oxygen flow and slows your heart rate, creating an instant sense of calm. Even taking just 2 or 3 minutes to breathe deeply can improve your ability to think clearly, make decisions, and feel grounded. This isn't about avoiding stress entirely, but about giving your body tools to handle it without becoming overwhelmed. Movement also plays a major role in stress management. Physical activity helps reduce cortisol and release endorphins, the natural chemicals that make you feel more balanced and uplifted. You don't need intense workouts to feel the benefits. Even a gentle walk, stretching, or slow-paced strength training helps shift your body out of a stressed state. Many seniors find that moving regularly not only improves their mood, but also helps them sleep better and experience fewer aches and pains. Movement gives your mind something positive to focus on and allows your body to release tension instead of storing it. Another important factor in reducing stress is social connection. Staying connected with family, friends, or even community groups provides emotional support and helps prevent feelings of isolation. Loneliness can be one of the most stressful experiences a person goes through, especially later in life, and it has a real effect on both mental and physical health. Talking with someone you trust, sharing stories, laughing, or simply spending time with people who make you feel comfortable can lower stress hormones and increase feelings of happiness and security. You don't need a large social circle. Even 1 or 2 meaningful connections can make a big difference. Mindfulness practices, such as meditation, journaling, or simply paying attention to your thoughts without judgment, help you create space between what you feel and how you react to it. When you learn to recognize your stress triggers, you gain more control over your responses. Many seniors notice that mindfulness helps them stay calm,
think clearly, and let go of unnecessary worries. Practicing mindfulness isn't about emptying your mind. It's about becoming more aware of your inner world so that stress becomes something you can manage rather than something that manages you. Your environment also influences your stress levels more than you think. A cluttered home, loud noise, or constant distractions can increase anxiety and make it harder to relax. Creating a peaceful atmosphere with natural light, plants, soothing music, or organized spaces helps your mind slow down. Even spending time in nature can dramatically reduce stress. The sound of birds, the wind, or the feeling of sunlight has a calming effect on the nervous system and helps restore emotional balance. Managing stress doesn't require perfection or complicated routines. It's about small choices that help your body and mind stay steady, resilient, and supported. When you consistently practice these habits, your mood improves, your energy increases, and your overall well-being becomes easier to maintain. With lower stress, healthy aging feels more natural. Your days feel lighter, and your body feels more capable of supporting the life you want to live.